Wow. Wow. I'll say, right now, I'll say that's movie of the year for me. Yeah, definitely. But let me start off with talking about the performances. As far as the performances, I feel like everybody doesn't miss a beat. They're all top notch in their acting ability and showing their range of emotions in the movie. And as far as it goes with the story between, I'm not trying to get into no spoils or anything, so I'm not gonna do that to anybody because I know a lot of people didn't watch it yet. As far as it goes with the story with Damien and Adonis, I feel like Michael B. Jordan and Jonathan Majors, they really go well with each other. Like they really gel very well together, and I would like to see more from both of them in the future. To see like the future to come, I would like to see more from them because I'll say like the way they come off is like a yin and a yang. Like Jonathan Majors, like his performance, his performance lately, just in general, like especially with Ant-Man. He was in another movie called Devotion. He's been on a tear lately. Like if you haven't watched him, if you haven't watched any of his movies yet, like you have to watch him in Ant-Man and you have to watch him in this movie because it definitely shows how much he's been, like I could say like he's really getting, like he's really gonna be at the top of the chain, the cream of the crop, because the way he just goes with it, with his mannerisms and bringing out certain elements of the character where you sit there and be like, you would have never really thought about that. Like the way you think about it is like a real life person, like how somebody comes out of jail, like they institutionalize, like let's say they just come out of prison and it's like certain mannerisms they have, like they all confused, they act a certain way. Like he really brings that to, like he brings that to the movie. Like he makes it like known, like yeah, I just got out of prison, and there's certain parts where you like this guy can really act, like especially with him, like his character is like he's angry at the world. He's not only angry at Adonis, but he's angry at the world, and that's how it feels, like he's angry at the world. So I'm just like, he brings out those emotions very well, and just when it comes to him and Adonis, like coming back into his life, he's like like his friendship with Adonis is like he comes back into his life, and then I'm not gonna get too much into it, but you gotta watch the movie. Like he comes into his life, and you sit there, you like, oh, you have sympathy for him because you like, oh, damn, like what happened to him was unfortunate, and then that's when he flips the script, and you just like, oh, you step back a little bit, you like, oh, where's this coming from? And it comes from like the place of where he knows how to flip he knows how to flip the emotions. Like he does it in a dime. Like he's crazy with it. And Michael B. Jordan as Adonis, I could say like I definitely could say I see the character development like from all three movies for now. Like in the first two movies, I'll say he's a little arrogant. He came off cocky. And now that in the movie he's retired, so he has a little humility to him. And he not only is he retired, but he has a daughter that he's raising. He's more of a family man now, and it's more becoming of him it makes him seem like more humbled and more mature. Because in the other movies he felt like a little immature, and like it was kind of off a little, because it's like it felt like he was going somewhere. But at the same point, it felt like he was stunting his growth. But now you could finally fully see it fleshed out. And Tessa Thompson, she just plays a beautiful partner to pair with Michael B. Jordan, so Adonis, because like even though she's like her character goes through her own struggles too. Like they all going through their own struggles, but she's still there to support him and be there with him mentally. Because especially in this situation where he's like having a friend come back from the past and it's like mentally messing with his mind. She has to be there to support him and like, comfort him and let him know, like, to reassure him, like, don't, just because this guy, you know this guy in the past, you don't just make that mess up your mind. Like, she has to be there to calm his mind. And I like the way they work well together. Like, it's just something beautiful to see. And they don't get too much into his daughter, but you could definitely see like where the the series is, like, the franchise is heading, because the ending is like it's a beautiful ending to me. And as far as it goes with the story, I was really talking about the story just now, but the story is something that I feel like is very unique, especially to the Creed series, just the series in general. Because in the Rocky movies, like the first two movies, the stories is what carried them, and after that, after the second movie, beyond that, it's just like the cliche boxing, action movie. Like, it don't really get anything out of it too grounded as a story. Probably Rocky 5 and Rocky Balboa, but besides that, this story is like very intricate and unique to itself, because it doesn't feel like one of the Rocky movies. It feels like its own movie, like its own Creed movie. Like the way they build Adonis up and have him like fighting his own. It's like he's fighting his own demons, basically. Like, that's what it is. Like, and it's a personal movie too. It's a personal story, because it's not like he's fighting any random somebody's son from the past. Like in the second movie, it's not like that. It's like he has his own personal like demons he has to battle himself, within himself, not just his friend, but within himself. And that's what makes the story so unique, because he's struggling to find like it's his redemption arc, because in the end he's feeling guilt, he's feeling like remorse about what happened with him and his friend. And I feel like it's a beautiful story. With that being said, the moments I will say, like, the moments that I feel like stand out with this movie definitely is the choreography. The choreography of the fight scenes. I mean, he said it himself, like, he took inspiration from anime, like certain animes, and you see that in the movie, like in the final act of the movie. Oh my gosh, that the fighting choreography is just like it's just top tier. It's top notch. Like, how could you not like these scenes? Like, I know some people don't watch anime, so they're not gonna really like relate or feel it as much as people do when they watch anime, because the scenes is just like it's hitting on all cylinders, honestly, for me. Like, watching it, especially, you gotta watch it on IMAX. That's what the movie's made for, especially because hearing the sound of the punches, it's like thundering in your ears, and then just watching it on the wide screen, it feels like you're in there. It feels like you're in the movie and you're seeing like actually what's going on. Like, I'm gonna say like the latter scenes, like in the beginning of the movie, like there's some scenes where you could really feel the anime influence on it, and the choreography. Like, it just like really, damn, I can't even find the words for it right now, because I was so amazed in the movie. I was really amazed. I'm sitting there, I'm just in awe, because I'm just like, the fighting scenes is just like, it's just top notch for me. The visuals is like, the visuals for the movie is like really everything. Like, and I will say, in a lot of movies, like the movies I've seen lately, like the visuals are good, but I'm talking about like in like fighter movies in general, they're not really that much crazy. Like, they're not really that crazy. This movie like really like put a emphasis on the scenes of it, like the choreography of fighting, the whole unique ambiance, like the whole unique ambiance of the fighters. Like, that's what you want to see, the two fighters man to man. Like, that's all I gotta say on that. It's like, it's just crazy. But as far as it goes with the directorial debut of Michael B. Jordan, like his directorial vision with this movie, I'll say it's a good first start. It's a good first start because he doesn't like stick to the same script like he could have done. Like he didn't stick to the same Creed script like he could have. He made sure to drift away and do his own unique element on it, his own spin. And he did have help from Ryan Coogler on writing the film, like writing the story. So that did help a little because him and Ryan Coogler are just like a match made in heaven. Honestly, it started from Fruitvale Station, went from Black Panther to the Creed movies, and it's just like ever since they just haven't missed. They just haven't missed. They haven't missed. So I'm gonna say like having him on the having him writing the story and having Michael B. Jordan directing it, it really made the movie unique from the franchise itself, like the Creed franchise and the Rocky franchise, because it made it seem like its whole movie entirely. Especially with the missing element of Sylvester Stallone in the movie. I would say like you probably don't miss him too much in the movie Sylvester Stallone because this movie I feel like it didn't really fit it didn't really fit his character into it too much. Like this story felt more of Adonis's movie, like his story. Like, it just felt like a closed story for Adonis, and I feel like putting Rocky in there would have just like some scenes he could have probably been in there for, like, you know, a little sneak peek, a little snippet of Rocky in there. Who knows? But as far as like him being in the story itself, I didn't feel like it was necessary, and he wasn't really too missed in the story anyways, because it was Adonis' own story, his personal story, his battle, and it had nothing to really do with Rocky. I mean, as far as like him fighting, probably he could have been there, but Michael B. Jordan did a really good job with this movie. I would say that, like, he did a really good job. Like, I definitely want to go see this again, and I'm gonna see it in IMAX. I definitely got to see it again. But I would rate this movie right now. I'm not gonna lie, this movie really got me, like, walking out of the movie itself. I was already amped up. Like, I just wanted to get in a boxing gym and just start, you know, I told my girl when I get home, I'm gonna just start, you know, but it just got you it got you pumped and amped to just, like, you know, go work out, do like 40 push-ups in one session. I don't know, just do something athletic, like. And I'm gonna say, like, I rate this movie, I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. I'm not gonna give it a 10 out of 10 because I feel like even though this movie was really good, I feel like I feel like I'm hating now. But I feel like the fact that alright, this is what I'll say. The fact that when I watched it, I'm looking into his backstory. I feel like some parts of it was like, it felt like it was missing something, like just that one element. That's why I feel like I could have given it a 10 out of 10, but the backstory, I feel like it wasn't explained too much for me. Like, I feel like they half-assed it with the backstory, like just knowing it, because it's like they gave glimpses of it, but you wanted to know more about it. So that's what made me really sit there and be like, like tell me more about this Damien character. Like, I seen it and I see what was going on, but tell me, like, what happened. Like you gave me, like, tell me the whole story of it behind it. Like, that's what I feel like I wanted from it. But besides that, I'm gonna bump it to a 9.5 out of 10 because I don't want to be a hater or nothing. I feel like I'm hating, like I'm giving, like I'm nitpicking, but I'm really just nitpicking at it, honestly, because that's the only gripe I got with it, really, because I wanted to know more about the backstory. But besides that, Michael B. Jordan, his directorial debut was top notch. Like, it was very good. It was very good for me, and I feel like seeing him do this movie, I feel like he could definitely do more in the future, and I'm really invested in that, and I'm waiting to see that. But for the acting, I say they all did a great job. Jonathan Majors, like, he was really a standout for me. He's been the standout in all these movies lately. Like, he's not missing. Who is this guy? Who is this guy? Like, I seen I mean, I already knew about him, but I'm just saying, like, he's just been, like, he's a I'm telling you, he's the next top movie star. That's what he is, the next top movie star. He's really crazy now. He's really buzzing in all these movies, and he got more movies coming up soon. Like, he's really here to stay. Like, he's been in the business, but now it's just like he's amping it up now. And as an actor myself, like, just watching him with these like little details he does in his roles, like just the way he walks, the way he has the voice dialects, and he changes his voice up in every character he change. Like, it's like certain things he do, certain details you got to notice that he does, and it just makes me as an actor want to be better, because I feel like right now I'm good, but I feel like I can be way better than I am. And just seeing him on the screen and him doing all these different things and doing these little details, it's like, it's inspiring to me. And it's just like, that's what you want to be. That's what you want to see as like an actor, or just like in people in general. Like, you want to be inspired by a certain character or a certain person on the screen. And I feel like he does that. So I'll say, like, yeah, I'm gonna give this movie a 9.5 out of 10. I definitely recommend y'all see it. And I'm gonna be doing more movie reviews, because this is my first one, and I had to do it for this one, because this movie was really, like, I'm not gonna lie, it's really great. It's an incredible movie. Movie of the year for me. Movie of the year. So far, it's movie of the year. There's a lot of more movies to come out this year, because this is a movie. This year is just full of movies. This is the movie year. But I'm gonna say it's a 9.5 out of 10 for me, and definitely go see it. I recommend it. But I'm gonna see you on the next video. You know.